Good morning, students. Okay, welcome to the session number 22. So, in the present session, we would like to discuss about a unit 4. The unit 4 mainly focusing on nuclear power stations. So, what we need to, why we are adopting the nuclear power stations? Okay, so in this session, we are discussing about what is the reasons behind to select the nuclear power stations. Already we have different types of power plants. Steam power plants are there, diesel power plants, gas turbine power plants, okay, and combined power plants also available, okay, hydroelectric power plants. But we are focusing the nuclear power stations. So what are the reasons to focus on nuclear power stations? So how the nuclear power plant is operated? In this class we will discuss about it. Okay. So especially the syllabus fourth unit is, so first one is the nuclear power stations. So in this topic, first part we are discussing about a nuclear fuel, breeding, fertile materials, and nuclear reactors and the nuclear operations. So here we are basics we would like to learn about fertile, what is meant by fertile materials, what is meant by breeding, what is the nuclear operation techniques, what are the different types of reactors. Okay, so the types of reactors mainly we have studied about nearly 5 types of reactors. One is the pressurized reactors, boiling water reactor, sodium graphite reactors, and fast breeder reactors, homogeneous reactor. So these 5 are very important in examination point of view. So please concentrate on this. And the next one is, in a nuclear power plant, the important thing is radiation hazard is very high. So that's why we need to focus on a radiation part. And also the challenging thing is waste disposal system. So these are the content in a unit 4 nuclear power stations. So coming to the first point, nuclear fuel. So what is meant by a nuclear fuel? So generally the nuclear fuel is used to generate the heat energy. So it generates the radiation. So the nuclear fuel is any material that can be creates nuclear energy. Okay, so which creates the nuclear energy, that fuel is known as the nuclear fuel. So generally the fertile materials combined with a focusing with a one nucleus, then it converts to the fissile materials. Okay, so that fission process, it's continuously reacting processes. Okay, so what are the fission chain reactions here? And examples of a nuclear fuels are uranium-235 and the plutonium-239. So these are the mainly we are using a nuclear fuels in a nuclear reactors. And in this process, the main important thing is chain reaction. Okay, so in a chain reaction, what happened in a chain reaction? So in a chain reaction, what we are taking the uranium-235 or plutonium-239. Okay, so it is interacted, it collision with some other nuclear particle. Okay, so here one neutron is collide with a atom. So that atom is again divided into 2 neutrons. Okay, so this type of process, it's a continuously emitting the neutrons. So these are the neutrons here. So this neutron is collide with another neutron element. So that is subdivided into the neutrons. So this type of process. So here initially we have a one neutron is reacted with a uranium-235. It is divided into 2 atoms. So what are the 2 atoms? Barium and the krypton. Okay, plus it releases 3 neutrons. So the neutrons are collide with a element and it is again released to the n number of elements, n number of neutrons. So this is the continuous process. So in this process continuously heat is released. Okay, so generally if it is continuously released heat, we need to control by some other techniques. Okay, so what is meant by a nuclear fission? So that process is known as a nuclear fission. So what is mean it? When a neutron strikes an atom of uranium, okay, the uranium split into 2 lighter atoms. So previously seen that uranium-235 is strike with a one neutron, that is divided into barium and krypton, 2 lighter atoms, and similarly it releases to the neutrons, 3 neutrons. Okay, and release heat simultaneously. So that heat is continuously releasing. If you want to control that heat amount of heat released, So that type of process is known as a nuclear reactor. Okay, if you control the heat release rate, so that process is known as a nuclear reactor process. So especially here we are discussing about a chain reaction. A chain means so initially start at a one neutron. So that neutron is collision with a one atom. So this is the uranium-235. Uranium-235. After that it releases two neutrons. So these two neutrons, okay, are again collision with another element or another atom. So like that it's a continuous process. Okay, so this is the first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Like this the atom is splitting into the small elements. Okay, so that is known as a half cycle actually. Okay, and this continuous addition process releases the amount of heat energy. Okay, and this nucleus in turn produces neutrons and the process repeats. If the process is controlled process, so that process is controlled is used for the nuclear power generation. Otherwise, it doesn't stop by any nuclear amount of heat release rate. So that is represented as a nuclear weapon, nuclear bombs. So there is no control for a heat release rate. Continuously heat is released, uncontrollably the heat is released. So generally this phenomena we are using for the nuclear weapons. Okay, so these are the elements generally we are using, and this is a process. Chain reaction is going to the amount of heat energy releases. That heat energy is used for heat the water, and that water is converted into the steam format. So general process only. Okay, so the nuclear power plant also a steam generation process only. But for a material here we are using the nuclear materials, especially we are using fertile materials of uranium-235 and plutonium-239. So there it takes place the chain reaction. So chain reaction means one neutron is collision with a one atom. So that atom is split into the two lighter atoms. Okay, for example, if you consider a uranium atom is collision with a neutron, one neutron. So that is split into the barium and the krypton. Okay. So that continuous process is going on and it releases the amount of heat energy. So that heat energy is very important to generate the steam. If the process is controlled by some methods, so that is moderators and the control rods are using these reactors. Okay. And what about the site selection for a nuclear power plant? For selecting a nuclear power plant site, so the first thing is we need to check the load center is nearer or not. If the load center is far away from the power station, so the transmission losses are very high. So that's why always we will construct nearer to the load center. And population distribution, so how much amount of power is generated. So that generated amount is we can distribute based on the requirement only. And it is not an agricultural land. Okay, and it have a bearing capacity of land. So here we are giving a strong foundation for that. So maybe that land also capability to bear that high amount of loads. And availability of cooling water. So here also it requires the cooling water for cool down the reaction processes continuously. So that's why the important parameter is the availability of water is existing or not. So we need to concentrate on that point also. And transportation facility is required. So in this case the transportation is not that much required, because in a nuclear fuel, nuclear power stations, we are using a very less amount of fuel when compared with a diesel power plant or the steam power plant, because it contains a very large amount of energy for a particular small element. A small example for the nuclear power. So if you consider 100 grams of nuclear fuel, it is enough for running of a car about 100 years. So this is the capacity of a nuclear power. 100 grams of nuclear energy, for example 100 grams of uranium-235 is enough to run a one car for 100 years. So that is that much high amount of power is released. Okay. And next one, what are the advantages of a nuclear power stations? So the main advantages of a nuclear power station, why we are opting the nuclear power station. So a nuclear power station occupies a very less space when compared to the hydro and the steam power plants. So that is the one advantage. So less space is required, and it is also higher efficiency. So generally the efficiency is around 33 to 37% in normal conditions. If you improve advanced conditions, that is around 45% also we can get from the nuclear power stations. So that means the higher efficiency we are obtained from the nuclear power stations. And the third one is it requires less quantity of the fuel, so reduce the transportation cost. So already we discussed in the site selection point of view. So the cost of the quantity required for the power generation of a fuel is very less. So that's why the transportation cost is less. At the same time, the fuel cost is also less when compared to the other power generation techniques like steam power generations, coal and diesel power plant, diesel. Okay. And the fourth one is the operation is more reliable. Okay. So it's very smooth operation, no need of any. Okay. It's a reliable condition, and the operation is not affected by the local weather conditions. So we don't depend upon the local conditions. Okay, for example, if you consider the hydroelectric power plant, so the hydroelectric power plant entirely depends upon the hydrological cycle. And if you consider the coal, the steam power plant, so the availability of coal based on the different weather conditions. If the rainy season, if you want to provide the waterproof jacket for the entire coal and all. Okay, but here weather is not that much affecting on the nuclear power stations. So these are some main advantages. Some more advantages also we have. Okay, coming to the best advantage of a nuclear power plant is the running cost is very low when compared to the steam and diesel power plant. Okay. At the same time, it has some disadvantages also. So what are the disadvantages of a nuclear power plant? So the main thing is the capital cost of the plant is high. The capital cost of the plant is high, and it's danger of radioactivity. So the main important thing is if you take one element of uranium, it continuously decays. So that means it continuously reducing the radiation part. So that radiation causes to the human problems like cancer. Okay, so that is a very dangerous problem of a radio decaying problem. Okay, radiation problems. So that's why we need to check this problem. Okay, so most of the states and the countries are rejecting the nuclear power stations due to the dangerousness of a radioactivity. Okay, so already do you know the severity of a nuclear atoms? If you know the Hiroshima and Nagasaki conditions, so once in 1940 itself they got a problem with nuclear blasting. Till now they don't have a grass itself. So that is the most effective thing that causes to more most disadvantage is the danger radioactivity content. Okay. And the third one is can't be operated at varying load. So if you most of the conditions the nuclear power station is using as a base load conditions. Why? Because it's continuously producing high amount of power, no doubt at all. But the thing is, it doesn't vary the load continuously like a diesel power plant. Okay, so that is the one disadvantage here. And the maintenance cost is always high. The thing is, our running cost is very less for a nuclear power plant because the fuel required is very less when compared to the steam and diesel power plants. But the problem is, it requires maintenance problem is very high. Why it requires more maintenance? So it's a more dangerous radioactivity is there. So that's why we need to provide each and every step very careful maintenance is required, and safety is the important parameter in a nuclear power stations, and the operating conditions also very crucial things. Okay, so that's why we need to maintain a trained staff only. For operating in a nuclear power station 4 years, they trained in the nuclear power station environment, then only they entered into the nuclear power stations. Okay, so that much of maintenance is required. So skilled people is required for operating a nuclear power plant. Once the power plant operating causes any mistake, it gives the entire blast of a nuclear power stations. So we need to monitor it very carefully, okay. And the disposal of fission product is a big problem. So here, after the combustion, after the completion of a radiation nuclear fission process, chain reaction process, we got a very small amount of wastage, but it also continuously emitting the radiation, low amount, but that is a very high amount of effect on the human beings, or it also causes to the very effect to the other animals also. So that's why the disposal is very important. So for that disposal process, okay, so generally they are taking fully covered boxes, and that covered boxes also generally they are disposed in the sea levels. After 1 or 2 kilometers they are disposed into, okay, saving that wastage also. So that is a very difficult in the nuclear power stations, okay. So these are the main advantages and the disadvantages of a nuclear power stations. And here I would like to show you the running of a nuclear power station working process, okay. So just see the working of a nuclear power station. So I would like to show you the working conditions of a nuclear power stations in Oronto. So we would like to go through the one nuclear power station here, Oronto, Darlington, Oronto. It is so see here. So this is the site of a Darlington nuclear generation station. Okay. So these are the core sections. So here we are generating the nuclear energy here. Okay. So it's a very far away from the Oronto. So it's around 70 kilometers far away. And these are the reactor points here. Okay. So this is the state of Oronto. So here most of the electricity is generated by using of a nuclear power only. So lot of power generating units are there. So especially Darlington nuclear power station is the largest one. So here we are using the same components, turbine, generator and all. Okay. So instead of a core we are using the nuclear reactor here. So these are the reactor points 1, 2, 3, 4. So total 4 nuclear reactors are using, and it is each one reactor is a 935 megawatts of a capacity. 1 megawatt of electricity equals to 1 million watts. Okay. So here the important thing is nuclear reactors. The main thing is the fission process, how the fission takes place, and these are the pellets. So these are known as the pellets, and this is known as the fuel rod. So these are fuel rods having the nuclear fissile materials, that is the uranium. So this entire thing is the fuel rods. Okay. So this is known as the fuel bundle. So that one bundle gives a high amount of energy continuously, and it releases to the amount of heat energy, and it requires for controlling the highly water it is required. So 1 out of 7,000 drops of water it requires, and 10% of heavier water. Deuterium, it is known as the deuterium. Okay. So that deuterium is required. Generally, if you see in the CANDU reactors, CANDU means Canadian Deuterium Uranium Reactors. Okay, different types of reactors are there. We are seeing right now it's a CANDU reactor, Canadian Deuterium Reactor. So here, see here. So this is the neutron, and this is the atom. So when the neutron is strikes with a atom, so that is splits into the smaller atoms. So that gives the heat energy. So what we can do with heat energy? So that heat energy is using to the conversion of water into the steam format. Okay. So here, so this is the boiler part, and here the water is converted into the steam. So that converted steam is flowing on the turbine. So this is the turbine part. So the water is moving, steam is moving, that means kinetic energy. So that kinetic energy is converted into the mechanical energy by using of a turbine, and it is connected to a shaft. Through the shaft with a electrical generator. So the shaft is transfer the energy from one point to the another point. So in this generator, the electricity is generated. Okay. So after the electricity generation, so that electricity is transferred to the load centers. Okay. So these are the dry fuel storage systems. It requires a continuous monitoring. Okay. They need a monitoring system is very required here. And one fuel bundle produces the same amount of energy of 7 rail cars with a filled with a coal or 2000 bars of a diesel. So one fuel bundle equal to 2000 barrel of a diesel. So if you see this entire environment here, so the production is very important. First they need to remove all the materials, and screening part is there. So high security, because it's a very dangerous amount of material. Okay, and our health also very important. So that's why we need to clean the everything, and most security purpose is there. So hand impression is required and biometric is required. Later it's everything is automatic system in this power stations. Okay. So monitoring, continuous monitoring is required, because each 1 gram, 1 milligram of a nuclear also it causes more dangerous of a radiation problems. That is the main thing. So that's why they are taking more care for everything. So this is the way of representation for safety measurements. So first we need to cover all the components of your human body. So cover shoes, eyes and the ear also. Ears also it's a very important. So he need to cover with the ears also, and gloves are very important. So we need to cover all the components, otherwise it causes to the radiation problem and it causes to the human health problems. Okay, it's a very severe problem in this. So see, it's a very large area. Okay, and these are the components, all the components are here. Turbine generator is there. Okay, and so this is the central unit. So everything is monitored from this central unit only. Okay, so all our maintenance department is there. Okay, electrical department and the mechanical department, everyone is working here. Okay, control maintenance is there. So you need to control the how much amount of fuel flow rate is there. Okay, how much amount of heat energy released. So these are the stores. So we need to take the store for opening and all the things. So radiological zones. So here we are cleaning the components. So if you want to flee from the radiation, then only you can leave. Okay, and everything is clear here. Okay, so because if you have a touch of one component also, it causes to the health. So the Darlington, if all the cable wires end to end, okay, so what we are using in the Darlington, it equal to the covering from moon to the earth position. So that much long wide of wires are there. Okay, so these cables are there. So large amount of cables are here we are using here, and all the steel used in the reinforced concrete was laid end to end. It would stretch from the Toronto to Cape Town, South Africa. Okay, so that much cable is there. So we would like to enter into the the reactor valve. So this is the reactor zone here. So it's a very dangerous zone. So here the radiation problem is very high. So you need to protect yourself very carefully. And this is the position where we need to fill the fuel bundle. Okay, so already do you know that one fuel bundle is equal to the 7 rail cars of a coal. Okay, and 2000 barrels of a diesel. That much amount of fuel, just we are replacing a small area. So that is the very less amount of fuel. One fuel bundle produces enough energy power a home for 100 years. Entire home is adjusted with a one fuel bundle itself. Okay, so this is the reactivity desk. So here the reactions are takes place and the water is converted into the steam format. Okay, so there are 4 steam generators per each unit. 4 generators are there. Okay, and about 7 stories tall containing the almost all 5000 here. So these are the tall generator containers. Okay, boiler and all. And this is the turbine hall. So this is common for all the power stations. So in this turbine, what happened? So the kinetic energy of a steam is converted into the mechanical energy, and the turbine is covered with a casing from protecting from the outer spaces. Okay, so this is also very important here. So you need to monitor. But the thing is, the main important thing is the reactor vessel only. Okay, so in the next class we will see what are the reactor vessel, what are the components in the reactor vessel. So just I would like to show you the components of working phenomena here. Okay, so everything is very dangerous and we need to monitor very carefully. If you fails one particular event that causes to maybe blast entire power station, that causes to the 100 kilometers of effect is there. So that's why most of the states are rejecting these nuclear power stations. Okay, so especially in India and Andhra Pradesh also they are planning to start one nuclear power station in nearly near to Srikakulam. In the last month only we got a one notification for nuclear power stations in Srikakulam with a capacity of 1000 megawatts with collaboration with USA. So this is the control room, already we discussed. In the control room everything is monitored. Okay, so the precautions are also very important, and we need to control, it releases continuous amount of energy. So how much amount of energy is released? Okay, so the training is very important here. So the training part takes vital role here. So that is the important thing. I would like to summarize the nuclear power stations. So summary. So first, nuclear power station. So in a nuclear power station, the main important thing is the fuel. So generally here in the nuclear power station we are using the fissile materials. So what is meant by a fissile material? It continuously gives the amount of heat energy. So here generally we are using uranium 235 and plutonium 239. So what happens with these materials? So it reacts with the neutrons, uranium 92, uranium 235. So it is splitting into the kryptons, okay, and it releases the electrons, neutrons, 3 neutrons, okay, barium krypton particles, and it releases to the 3 neutrons also. Okay, so these are the lighter atoms. So it is releases to the 2 lighter atoms. We are also discussing about the site selection. So every power station, it's a very important thing is the site selection part. So in the site selection case, so the major thing is nearer to the load center. That is the common point for all the cases. And availability of water, and land have a capacity to hold it. It requires land, high standard land, okay, stability land. And also transportation system is required here, transportation system. So these are the main considerations for the nuclear power stations, and it requires mainly skilled persons also required nearer to the place. Skilled persons are required. Okay, so very dangerous, that's why skilled persons only required. And it has some advantages and the disadvantages parallelly. So what are the advantages and the disadvantages? So the main advantage is it requires less amount of space. Disadvantages, so it requires less space, transportation cost is less transportation cost for fuel, okay, high efficiency. At the same time, it is some disadvantages are there. So the initial investment is high. And at the same time, it is a more dangerous in a radiation part. Danger in radio decay problems, radiations. Okay, so these are the main disadvantages of a nuclear power stations. And finally, we see the power plant nuclear power stations of a Darlington nuclear power stations. Okay, so this is the brief introduction of a nuclear power stations. If you have any doubts, we will clarify in the later sessions. Okay, thank you.